This video is for the empaths, my highly sensitive women out there. How are we doing? And I'm not going to give definitions or anything. I'm just going to speak from experience and what it means to be sensitive in a world that isn't necessarily built for us, and how to navigate life as someone who feels and senses and rather perceives a lot. Because what I've noticed in 40 years of being a highly sensitive person myself and working with highly sensitive empaths, heart-centered women, is that we see a lot. We perceive everything. When you enter a room, you can feel in the air what is happening and who had a bad day, who like you can pick up on other people's moods. And when you are that sensitive, sometimes it's easier for other people's emotional and mental states to affect your own mental, emotional well-being and state because you feel so much. You have capacity to feel and sense and perceive that much. And I remember my therapist once told me, I think it was on our last session of that cycle of therapy, she told me, Marina, you are a sponge. Pay attention, be careful. And she meant because you can sense so much, be extremely aware of not only the people you surround yourself with, because you don't always have control or power or choice over that, especially if you're, I don't know, outside. I was going to say a party, but I haven't gone in a party in years. That era for me is over. And I was never really a big party fan, enthusiast. But yeah, there's sometimes you're at dinner, you're meeting new people, and you can be with other people that might, in a way, influence you. And that could be friends of friends, that could be extended family members, could be a whole range of situations, right? So you can't always control it, you can't always choose. Um, and what my therapist meant was like, because you can sense so much, be extremely aware of your boundaries, what you say yes to, what you say no to, but also like energetic boundaries, like this is yours and this is mine. Like be aware of, am I carrying something that I'm not supposed to be carrying? Am I carrying something that I picked up somewhere else or last Tuesday or from that person? And having practices that help you cleanse and release. And that could be as simple as a walk outside in nature if you have the ocean nearby, a swim, or just being near water, near animals, near trees, or like movement, dance, like dancing by yourself, dancing like nobody's watching, and just allowing yourself, your body to release. Because often it's not just when you sense so much, there's a lot of mental processing, and you're processing. As humans, we already process so much information on a daily basis. Imagine having also to process things that aren't yours. It becomes a lot. So it's your job to mine, not mine, and keeping your body, mental body, emotional body, energetic body clean, really clean. And that takes practice. Hey, I'm 40 and it still happens that when I'm with other people, sometimes I go home and I need 2 hours to recharge and I need 2 hours of silence. And I feel so there is a test you can take for like to see if you're a highly sensitive person or maybe you're a therapist. And aside from that, even like empaths in general, I lost my train of thought. I forgot where I was going. What were we talking about, you guys? Oh, yes. There are different kinds of sensitivities that we develop. And I feel that our upbringing and how our early years have, this is my opinion, or like from my own experience, help to shape that. And for example, for me, I'm very sensitive to loud noises, like in rooms where there are people that are loud, when they're screaming or like maybe not screaming, but yelling. For me, it's almost triggering. Like I can't. It's like it goes into my brain, or like s- sports events, things like that, where there are big crowds and a lot of noise, loud noise. It's really, I have a very low tolerance for that. And I used to make myself wrong for that and wanting to know I need to become normal and make myself like it, whatever. But now I just learned to, hey, this is something that affects how I feel, like my internal balance, my peace affects my peace. I don't feel peace when there's loud noises around me. I'm not happy. And my happiness, my peace, and I'm extremely okay to communicate that when I need to communicate and say no, absolutely no. And I think it's important for each of us, empaths, sensitive, deep feelers, to recognize what are the things that activate you, that challenge and activate your nervous system, even, and not in a positive way, for which then it takes you a lot of time to go back to regulate and go back to feeling yourself. So communicating, understanding your, I don't think are weak spots, but your the places and the ways that you perceive and sense more than the average human. So whenever there's an over exposure to whatever it is that you are sensitive about, of course, it's for your nervous system, it's harder work to keep you regulated. And I don't think it's necessary to expose ourselves or force ourselves to be in those spaces just to develop capacity, because sometimes maybe you're not meant to develop capacity. Maybe that's a thing you get to honor rather than fix. Yeah. And you know what? Since I've started to treat my being a sponge, to use my therapist's word, not as a problem or something that made me less than, but I embraced that as part of my gifts, because being so sensitive, my gosh, I can scan a room and get so much intel. Not that I need it or that I seek it, but it just happens. And I had capacity to listen to people. People naturally come to me and start like telling their whole life just without being prompted to. If you're an empath, you know, it just happens because people can feel it when you are emotionally available and also emotionally attuned and intelligent. That means they know they can trust you. So they're more open to have deeper conversations with you, which is beautiful. And I think it's the reason so many coaches, therapists, mentors, teachers are empaths, you know. And yeah, I'm curious to know if there's people that are more sensitive to lights, bright lights, people that are extremely sensitive to art and music, like in a good way. It really moves you extremely, like you feel deeply moved by art, music, poetry. I feel that people who are sensitive experience a depth of life that is next level. And that's the thing I've learned to embrace and be grateful about. And not treating your your heart, your gift, your perception as something that you need to hide or you need to fix or you need to, yeah, just to change in order to belong because people like us are needed. And here's also projectors. If you're familiar with human design, also projectors tend to be, and I'm speaking only about projectors because I'm a projector and I don't have ex like intimate experience of the other human design types, although I have like a general understanding. And I'm not a human design expert, but also projectors tend to be extremely sensitive and really like your light is just like a projector. You attract people that naturally trust you and see you as, okay, I can really count on this person and trust this person with my wildest, deepest secrets because you can. And yeah, I think this was like a sort of a, not want to say random, but I've been wanting to talk about sensitivity and empaths more, like wanting to dedicate a video to us. And apologies if this video felt a little bit all over the place. As you know, my videos are not scripted, and but I feel like this we went off different tangents. But I hope there was something in there for you that you're taking away, something that maybe helped you reframe how you see your sensitivity, your being an empath, how you relate to it. I think the biggest shifts come when you change the way you relate to it. Because, of course, as a gift, I always say a gift comes with responsibilities. And sometimes it can feel like a burden because a gift is like a superpower, you know? So this is your superpower. Your responsibility is to take care of it and in every way you can. Because when you are tended, when you feel nurtured from the inside out, when you are taking care and communicating your needs, respecting and honoring your boundaries, you can step into your who you are and your work, the work you do, perhaps you support others from a place that is resourced. Even the way you show up in relationships with your family and your work, you can, when you are taking care of your gift, you're more resourced to channel to use that gift and use it to support others as well, versus trying to fix it or forcing yourself to act like a regular human. I don't know what's the word here, but like, yeah, trying to uh, hide, or like you could put it away in a box. You can't. Your sensitivity is going to be there. So rather, better embrace it. The sooner you can embrace it, the the sooner it will start to feel like the gift, the light bringing gift that it is. And it will also bring you so much joy, because the way you can support others when you're tapped in and resourced, that's the reason you have the gift in the first place, I think. So, yeah, that's why I say the responsibility is to take care of it. What if it's not something to fix, but something to embrace that helps you act, that helps you flourish? Yeah. So often in that nuance, in that depth that you hold, in that high capacity that you have, in the way you're so highly perceptive, there's your deepest contribution to this world, to your work. There's like the secret sauce that makes you different and unique and so needed. So really tap into that gift, because there's a reason you have it. All right. And let's end it there. Let's end it there. I hope this landed. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, come along for the journey. I'm Marina. I make videos every single day here on YouTube. I will see you tomorrow. And if you want to go deeper and you want to work together, there is a link in the description box, and I will see you tomorrow.